Hi everyone. Today we're looking at a major policy change highlighted in the article titled Meta Shelves Fact-Checking in Policy Reversal. Meta Platforms, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, recently announced that it will end its U.S. fact-checking program and loosen restrictions on sensitive topics like immigration and gender identity. CEO Mark Zuckerberg claims this shift is about protecting free expression, but critics argue it could open the door to more misinformation online. This decision also comes at a politically charged moment, as former President Donald Trump prepares to take office again. So what does this mean for the future of online information? Let's dive in. Before we analyze the details, let's take a step back. Fact-checking and content moderation have always been controversial. Some see them as necessary protections, while others view them as censorship. But where should we draw the line? To better understand this issue, let's explore some key themes. One of the biggest debates today is who should regulate information online. Social media platforms have enormous power in shaping public opinion. Should they control misinformation, or should users be responsible for fact-checking themselves? This question becomes even more important when discussing politics, health, and social issues, where misinformation can have real consequences. Think about the last time you saw false information on social media. Did you believe it right away, or did you try to verify it? Many people assume that what they see online is true, but misinformation spreads easily on social media. If users don't verify sources, they may unknowingly share false content. Some believe platforms should step in to filter misleading information, while others argue that removing posts is a form of censorship. Possible solution? Instead of deleting posts, platforms can label questionable content and provide context. This way, users can decide for themselves while still having access to accurate information. Now, to understand this article better, we need to familiarize ourselves with key vocabulary. We'll define each word, look at it in context, and go over example sentences. Let's begin. Let's start with our first word, scrap. This means to cancel or get rid of something that is no longer needed. In today's article, Meta scrapped its fact-checking program, meaning it decided to completely end it. Here is an example. The company decided to scrap its outdated policy and create a new set of rules. Next, we have mend fences, a phrase that means to repair a damaged relationship. In the article, Mark Zuckerberg is trying to mend fences with the incoming U.S. administration, meaning he wants to improve relations with them. Here is an example. The two leaders met to mend fences after years of tension. Finally, let's examine censorship. This refers to the suppression or restriction of speech, writing, or content. Some argue that fact-checking limits free speech, while others believe it prevents misinformation from spreading. Here is an example. The government faced criticism for censorship after it removed online posts that challenged its policies. Now that we've explored the main themes and vocabulary, let's reinforce our understanding with a summary dictation exercise. Listen carefully and fill in the blanks. Meta Platforms is ending its U.S. fact-checking program and easing restrictions on discussions about topics like immigration and gender identity, responding to conservative criticism as President-elect Trump prepares to take office. CEO Mark Zuckerberg stated the company is shifting back toward free expression, calling the recent election a cultural tipping point. Instead of fact-checking, Meta will introduce community notes, similar to Elon Musk's platform X. The changes apply only to the U.S., while stricter regulations in places like the EU will keep fact-checking in place. Let's take a look at the answer. The first answer is restrictions. This refers to rules or limitations on certain types of discussions. In this case, Meta is removing limits on conversations about sensitive topics like immigration and gender identity. The second answer is responding to. This means taking action or making changes based on a reaction to something. The third answer is apply. This means to be relevant or in effect in a specific situation. The fourth answer is regulations. This refers to official rules or laws that control how something is done. The last answer is in place. This phrase means currently existing and enforced. In the EU, fact-checking rules remain active and unchanged, ensuring tighter control over misinformation. Great job today! We explored Meta's policy change, discussed the balance between fact-checking and censorship, and learned useful vocabulary. Before we go, think about this. What kind of content or speech is restricted on the social media platforms that you use? Do you think these restrictions are necessary? We'll discuss your thoughts in our next session. Until then, happy reading!